Ninten and Ness, the protagonists of Mother 1 and 2, with a lot of shared similarities. They both wear red caps, can use PSI, have blonde love interests, nerdy friends with glasses, a dog, dads who are phones, and best of all, hot blonde moms. But all these similarities have made fans wonder why. Why are there so many similarities between the heroes of these two games? Now, I already made a video about some of the most widespread theories around a year and a half ago, and that has got to be the most viral video I've ever put out, because let's be honest, at least half of you that are subscribed to me discovered my channel through that video. But anyway, while I did cover a lot of theories of why Ness and Ninten are so similar, there are some theories that I either forgot about or I wasn't aware of. So how about we revisit this topic and look at some more theories of why Ness and Ninten are so similar. Possibility 1. Ninten and Ness are cousins. This one I've heard quite a bit over the years, either in YouTube comment sections or on starman.net. But could these two boys really be cousins? Well, it would explain why they have some physical similarities, can use PSI, and have a love for baseball if Ninten got Ness into it. There's also no problem with a time gap either, unlike if they're father or son. However, the main problem comes with there being no hints of this, it's just pure speculation. Also, why would their dads be so similar and have the same kind of job where they're gone all the time? Unless their dads could be one and the same? Possibility 2. That's right, Ninten and Ness might be stepbros. Now this is an old theory that's been going around the web since I was a kid, but it does explain a lot. The reason why the two look alike is because they share so much DNA. It also explains why they can both use PSI, and most of all, why they both have hot blonde moms. Dad here has really good tastes. The thing about this theory though is that it would make their dad a bit of a deadbeat. We already discussed how Mother 1 most likely takes place in 89, and how Earthbound most likely takes place in 94, and that would only leave a 5-year gap between the two titles. Now we don't see any signs of mom and dad being divorced in the first game. If only a 5-year time gap and Ness being 13 in Earthbound, this means that their dad cheated on his wife. To be honest though, I'm not sure if he's ever meant to be portrayed as a good father. I mean, he never shows up after all. Still though, I think there's an explanation that doesn't involve cheating, which is... Possibility 3. Ninten and Ness are biological brothers. Yeah, this one isn't likely at all, but some believe it for some reason. The time scale just isn't there. At least 13 years are needed between the two periods, which, as I've discussed countless times, just isn't there. And why did they move when Dad is always gone for work anyway? Why aren't Ninten or his sisters there for Ness's birth? And I think he would at least remember one of his older 3 siblings while in Magic Hand. But one thing I give this theory is that sometimes it states that Ness's clothes are hand-me-downs from Ninten's, and yeah, that does make a little sense, but why is it his father's that gives him the hat? The thing, though, is that while these 3 possibilities cover why the main characters look similar, they don't explain anything else, like Jeff and Lloyd or Anna and Paula, or most of the other stuff. And where the heck is Ninten when Guy gets Cubs? I wonder. Possibility 4. Mother 1 and 2 are different versions of the same story, like the Gospels, or in the true tale, while the other is a corrupted version that was passed down through oral tradition. Think of it kind of like how cultures have similar legends that might be based off real events, but as years go by, the story changes and the legend morphs. I do think this is an interesting take, but it's not a very satisfying one. I mean, who would even be telling this story? The people of Mother 3? They all had their memory wiped out though, so that's not likely unless these stories are passed down before all of that. But like I said, it's not satisfying because this means one of the games doesn't take place. And while it does explain pretty much everything, I just don't like it. Possibility 5. Ninten and Ness are literally the same character. Yeah, no, this contradicts with basically everything. Why does Ninten have 2 sisters? Well, Ness only has 1. That can't be either of Ninten's sisters. Why did the family move? where Anna, Lloyd, and Teddy and Earthbound. Pokey and Ness seem to be childhood friends, which wouldn't make any sense considering he would have lived in Podunk for most of his life, seeing his grandfather's diary in the basement and all that, and Ness is born in the same house the family still currently lives in, unless they moved to Podunk temporarily and then moved back or something. Yeah, this is a pretty stupid theory. You know what, I really wish I hadn't used up all the good theories in the last video I made, or I would have put all the theories now in that video, because yeah, there's not a lot of theories left. Possibility 6. The toy just really likes recycling stuff and never intended for there to be any correlation between the two. This is without a doubt the most likely reason. If a toy did intend for there to be some correlation, there would be 1 or 2 hints of this, and it would be prevalent, but there just aren't any prevalent hints. Honestly, out of all the theories in these 2 videos, I think Nintendo being Buzz is the most credible. But until a toy himself says something or Nintendo comes out with something, there's not really much we can do other than speculate. Maybe if there is a Mother 4, we could learn a lot more about the world of Mother. Too bad the Mother franchise didn't make nearly enough money. But speaking of which, what if it did? What if Earthbound was a huge success in the United States? What if Mother 3 came out for the Nintendo 64? And what if we got more installments in the Mother franchise, specifically a 4th one on the GameCube? Tell me if you'd like me to make a video about this in the future in the comments, but until then, I'll see you all later.